When contribution becomes compensation. The Murky Economics of Helping Strangers Online. By Peak Afflatus. I keep circling the question of whether helping strangers on the internet carries the same moral weight as helping the people who actually live in my life. At first it seems obvious. The clean intention is to contribute. Someone is struggling. You can make sense of their confusion, so you offer a sentence that helps their perspective. It feels simple. It feels good. With no history or emotional debt to repay, you can scratch an impulse to lighten a load. Online, value travels quickly. You can create it instantly, anonymously, without the friction and cost that real relationships demand. You can step in and out of a conversation without consequence. In a way, the internet lets you offer the best parts of yourself without asking anything in return. Then the intention begins to shift. A reply lands. A stranger thanks you. Someone tells you your words were exactly what they needed to hear. You feel a small pulse of significance. You feel useful. You begin to notice that usefulness feels good. Not in a shallow way, but in the deep way the nervous system recognizes reward. Contribution and ego share the same bloodstream, and it is difficult to know where one ends and the other begins. Success has a way of distorting purity. You help someone and it works. They tell you it worked. You begin to chase that feeling again. Not because you planned to, but because impact inflates identity. Humans are built to connect outcome with self. You start to slip toward a different motive. Helping becomes a way to stabilize something inside yourself. This is the moment when contribution starts to look like compensation. The behavior has not changed, but the intention has drifted. I am not immune. I find myself checking read rates and engagement, watching for signs that my thoughts have resonance, agreement, relief, confirmation that I am on the right track. Real relationships never let you get away with this. Offline, helping comes with accountability. People remember what you say. They expect consistency. They expect presence. Support requires discomfort and exposure. Online, the stakes are lower. You can perform clarity without living alongside the consequences of your advice. You can offer compassion without the vulnerability that compassion demands in real life. This does not make online help false, it makes it ambiguous. The intention is harder to trace. So I keep asking myself the same question: how much of this is for them, and how much is to settle something in me? Ego is not the problem. Ego is inevitable. The problem is the ratio. When the ratio flips, you stop tracking the truth of your intention. Advice becomes performance. Compassion becomes content. Helping becomes harvesting validation. None of this negates the value of what you give. A self-serving motive does not erase the benefit someone else receives. Human behavior rarely comes from a single clean vector. The danger is not that the ego is involved. The danger is when you stop noticing how involved it has become. To reclaim the original impulse, you have to keep checking the direction of the value. Does it flow outward or inward? Are you lifting a stranger or trying to lift your own sense of importance? Are you responding to need or seeking reinforcement? The line is thin but visible if you bother to look. Helping strangers can be meaningful. Sometimes it is even more honest than the help we offer the people in our real lives because there is no mask to maintain. The act remains good. The question is not whether it matters, but whether the intention stays intact. Contribution becomes compensation the moment you stop knowing which one you are doing. And maybe the work is to keep returning to that uncertainty, to hold yourself to the honesty of the ratio, and to give from a place that is less about your elevation and more about their relief. You have been listening to Peak Afflatus.